Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for November 2021. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, always. You may have planets in the sign of Cancer. Cancer, you're ruled by the moon, so I think it's important that you learn what each moon is asking, let's just say, of us, because the moon for you is a great time. This moon, the full moon in Aries, and I believe it lasts till November 20th. I should look that up. I keep saying it, but I haven't looked it up. Um, I feel like it gives you the ability to like launch new careers or launch, say you're a songwriter, like you launch that song, you're bringing something out to the world. This is a great time for you to do that. I really feel like this moon is, I don't know, helping to move you ahead. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the reading. We're going to start with our Mother Mary Oracle deck, and then we're going to bring a couple other tarot decks in, give you a nice clear picture. Let's give that a cut. And just let me get situated. And let's begin. I feel like there's many reasons that brought you here, but ultimately, for those who are learning to trust their intuition or have a strong intuition, it's like you kind of feel when a reading is for you, whether you have that sign in your chart or not. Like myself, I don't know what's in my chart. I should, but I don't. Mainly because I don't have my date of birth, or my date of birth, my time of birth. Okay, you got 3, but they're all face up, so I'm going to take them. We have joy. By enjoying this moment, I am giving thanks to God for my life. We have mercy. I am kind and thoughtful towards myself and others. And then we have faith. My granddaughter's name. I have faith in God to heal this situation. So joy, mercy, and faith. And we'll see how they play in the reading. They will. I have no doubt. And then we'll read them at the end. So now what we're going to do is, which I do maybe a few times a month. I'm going to do more often though. We're going to bring in our deck of major arcanas. And this is just really like our bullet point of the reading. And then we'll do our spread afterwards. Sometimes these will tell their own little story. It's like all of a sudden I can't pick them up. All my decks are pre-shuffled, by the way. I want you to know that. Okay, I'm having a hard time with this deck. All right. We have the Star. It's interesting because I was just thinking to myself, I was just thinking about your reading and thinking to myself, I bet it's going to come up about you launching something because it just feels like the time, right? It's time. The star tells me it's something of your dreams and your wishes. So it may be something you've put a lot of effort into, and now, it's like a dream coming true for you. And listen, that doesn't always mean I'm at the end. I may just be at the beginning, but I'm feeling the blessings as I'm going along this path. Like sometimes, we need to go, let's say 3 steps down before we start to feel okay, this is the right journey. But here, I feel like you feel it like immediately. We have Justice, card of Libra, Star is a card of Aquarius. I don't necessarily look at them as people though. I look at it as more energy. Well, you know, justice can mean a divorce, can be cutting of ties, um, just wanting justice in one's life. You know, justice when it shows up, it's about making you, the person watching, listening, whole again, making you whole again. It's the art of balance. You know, maybe someone has finally found this balance within themselves, and therefore it shows like outside of yourself. We have the High Priestess. That is your intuition. That is your higher self. I feel like, you know, it's sometimes it's almost like a look, but maybe just a feel of something that's like meant to be. Like, maybe I don't know that right away, right? But there's something I want to do, something I want to express, and for whatever reason, you know, I feel like you hadn't, or maybe you had and then stopped, or I don't know, because I feel like now more than ever is the time. And then we have the Devil, card of Capricorn. You know, this could certainly be talking about your light and your dark side and finding that balance within yourself. And therefore, you know, something of your wishes comes true, or comes to fruition. I feel like it's already true. We just haven't come across it yet, type of energy. But I do kind of feel like that's the light and the dark. I also feel like quickly it's just saying as you navigate this path, you know, your intuition is important to trust it, right? If you come up across something that, you know, is not going to evolve you, let's say, in a positive way, you'll know it, you'll feel it. So you really want to trust that. Also of yourself, though. You know, the balance of the self, the light and the dark. Okay, let's use the Tarot of Dreams for you. And let's get into our spread. I mean, it's all really a spread. I don't even call them a spread. Just a reading. It comes out however it wants to come out. Like I don't even put control on that. Okay. Give him a cup. Hello, Will. Hello, Destiny. Meant to be. You know, I feel like this is you climbing up the wheel now. Excuse me, climbing up the wheel. Maybe you felt like you've been at the bottom for a while. You know, it's interesting because I'm seeing the number 4 on the deck, in the artwork, but it is a number 10. And I'm sure there's something about that. You know, it's probably in the book, which I haven't read. But to me, what it's feeling like is when I think of 4, I think of stability. We have the 5 of Wands. So this is a change. The wheel's bringing a change. 5 is about a change that's coming into your life. You know, why would there be that need? Excuse me. I don't know why I always have to cough as soon as I started reading. But anyways, you know, the Five of Wands talks about battling, um, like battling, and no one wants to back down. And listen, for some of you, this may be energy of you're cutting ties of. Maybe it's just not serving you anymore. I feel like everyone gets pulled into that energy. I can't even separate myself from it. It's like if you're near it, the fire consumes all. But five says, it's time for a change in something. It's time to let that energy go. But the wheel's right next to it. I would imagine, if I've been in that energy, it's probably hard to have a clear mind. All right, we have the Queen of Cups. So, Cancer, another Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I get a lot of questions when people say, well, how do I know, like if I'm the sign that you're reading for, and that comes up, how do I know it's me or someone else? And I feel like, I can't really answer that other than to say your intuition knows, right? Like, it's either your story, pieces of your story. And remember, I feel like we're all soul connected, so we've all gone through similar things, but we're in different levels of it. And those who are on the other side of it are here to help those who maybe are still in it. So I feel like the answer is you got to trust within yourself. We have the Two of Wands. So this Queen is looking right at the next opportunity there. I feel like this Queen, male or female, by the way, I don't care which sign it is, I don't feel like she's being fulfilled in, let's just say, the current energy or the energy that was. I definitely don't feel like she had the opportunity to live within her passion, so to speak. But I feel like that's all changing. I like the Queen of Cups um, in this reading, looking at the Two of Wands, looking at this next opportunity, because I feel like, she's in the upright. She hasn't hardened herself, she hasn't hardened her heart. Maybe the opposite. Maybe she's just learned so much about herself, and even, and what does, like, if I've been through something hard, it gives me, when I get through it, now I have empathy and compassion for those that I know who are going through it. We have the Eight of Wands. So this could be a swift change. It could be something that takes off very quickly. It is of your intention. What I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring about. All of a sudden, I'm getting a picture of Dorothy and clicking her heels 3 times. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands. Well, this knight is bringing like a wall of passion and fire to you. Inspiration, like probably off the charts. The ability to manifest. I feel like really, truly, what I think about, boom, comes about. Um, what's my one job here is to be willing to walk into it, right? I definitely feel it's of your intention. And it's interesting how quickly it seems to arrive. We have the sun. Beautiful. Cardileo. This is the energy of complete illumination. Like, I got nothing to hide. I am an open book. I'm not carrying secrets. I'm not carrying other people's weight. I am free and childlike and willing to take chances, and you know um and it's like he is sparking this Queen. Well, hello, Ace of Wands. And I feel like this is the ability. Well, how am I going to do it, Sandy? Well, here's the Ace of Wands. It can start with an idea, but take that idea and put it into action. You may get many ideas, and it may be confusing. Write them down, and eventually it will reveal itself. Okay, with the Ten of Swords. But listen, I feel like this Ten of Swords must be ending. And I feel like Ten of Swords, the fear in that is I can be in complete submission. This is where over and over and over I feel like I'm getting stabbed in the back. I have to say though, connected to the Eight of Wands, it's making me feel like is it because not all of it, but because what I thought about I brought about? Maybe five of it, half of it. Ten of Swords is where we definitely have lost our own voice, and I feel no way are you meant to. You're meant to be in full voice for this season. All right, we have Judgment, call to attention. Coming over that Ten of Swords, right? Enough is enough. This is about the present moment. I love how the Knight of Wands is coming out of Judgment, because this is your spiritual team, right? Your spirit guides, your angels, the archangels, your source, God, all of that, right? And something is coming toward you, and it's coming like fast and furious. And I know it's part of what you want. Um, so I feel like that's what Judgment is saying. Like this 10, it's got to go. We got to go way back up to this 5 and say, okay, well, here is really where the change was, this is where I was asked to consider change. But then we go to a 10, so maybe some of us we don't. Maybe it takes longer, in each their own time. But in the same breath, I feel like I have this queen who is inspired to begin this next journey. The sun is like underneath her. It surrounds her. There's no need to be hard or cold. Probably quite the opposite. And then I really want you to think about what you think about, you're bringing about. So, why not bring your wishes about, right? Instead of this 10 of Swords. We have the 7 of Swords. So 7 of Swords can be the thief in the night, so to speak. Someone I don't trust, untrustworthy energy. It can be over and over and over again, right? Because I did have some hand in it, and the hand was that maybe I allowed it over and over again in the same breath. But, that's neither right nor wrong. It just is what it is. But the sun is here, and I feel like this queen feels the energy of the sun. It's like she feels that warmth, and therefore she knows if anything like comes into her life that would try to hurt her in any way, or him, she's going to see it immediately. We have the Page of Wands. I call my page the Fool. This is the one who takes chances, takes leaps. Connected to the sun, I feel like for some of you, it's like your younger self or your inner self. And I'm talking about some type of passion within you. If I could have anything I wanted, what would it be? And then we think, okay, well, that'll never happen. And I feel like this is saying, well, don't say that to yourself, because if you take the first step in it, the guidance is there. the illumination is there, the passion is there, everything is there. Even like almost like the protection against dark energy. But none of it can happen if I don't walk through the gate myself. Remember, this is a singular journey, an individual journey, who just so happen to have other players on the field, right? It is your journey. Well, we have Temperance on the bottom of the deck. That's beautiful. That's about divine timing in your life. It can talk about, first thing Temperance teaches us is patience. So maybe I needed, listen, if I don't see what the Five of Wands and the Ten of Swords was, and what it's like, how it's affected me, then there's not real change. Now I can move out of it, but I think even the reflection upon it, right? And why? Because I feel like it becomes a toll. It makes your intuition even stronger. Okay, let's bring out the Gilded Tarot. You know what? I'm going to bring out a different deck. I feel like switching it up a little bit. I'm going to bring out the Cosmic Tarot. It's interesting because the guy in the Seven of Swords is looking back at this page, almost like, did you see me? But this page is kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like what it's talking about is a little bit of, I want to say the word snide, but I don't even know if that's a word. Um, Kind of like been in cahoots. But I feel like that's what was. The sun is illuminating whoever, whatever in that Seven of Swords energy. So whatever, if they're being tricksters, they're not going to be able to pull it off because the sun will reveal them, illuminate them, or illuminate that part. Ten of Swords, I'm just like, what's the sense of changing? Everything's just going to be the way it was. Why wouldn't it be? It's always been this way. Well, there you go. We can go way back up to the beginning, and Justice talks about the balancing of those cups. Those cups talk about your mind and your thoughts and your ability to manifest. If you can manifest beautiful, positive dreams, well, you can also manifest the opposite. There is an opposite to everything. And when we realize that, like, whoa, whoa, I'm more powerful in this lifetime than I think that I am. Um, I don't know. I feel like it changes your life. You stop fearing. You remember again, like, as an individual, like you were chosen to live this lifetime. What do you think your soul would want, would say, would like agree to come down to earth to accomplish? I think when we look at ourselves that way, like I must have come here to accomplish something, and I know it can't all be easy, right? What's the sense? What do I don't learn? We learn from our mistakes, and even are they mistakes? More than anything, we learn when we're in the dark, right? That's when we start seeking the light. Sometimes we're brought down to our knees. It's called convenient faith. And I mean, I'm not one to talk. Anyway, we have the Two of Swords. What do I do? What do I do? We have the Six of Cups. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Three of Pentacles. Listen, this feels like it's time back about the moon with you. I feel like, the Queen of Cups, male or female, don't matter what sign you are. It's just who she becomes, right? Four Swords, it's healing. The High Priestess has a big part of that. Justice is certainly making your life whole again. It has you moving towards a creative element of yourself, something that you'll find that you're uniquely created for. Other people also will appreciate what you bring to the table. Like it's all there, right? We go from the two to the three, by the way. And then, I have the Six of Cups coming over that Five of Wands. And I have to say, maybe there's been happy memories, but I feel like there's also been, um, you know, I guess it doesn't have to mean this has to end, but the energy has to end, right? The energy surrounding it. Because this queen is asking for healing, receiving healing. And really, the healing is to trust herself again, to trust her intuition again, to trust her ability to um, be in this world and create. So even if I don't leave a person, I feel like I am now chasing a dream. I'm chasing a dream. Hello, lovers. Card of Gemini. That's a head over heart decision. You have the Two of Swords right above that. Some of you are thinking of potentially cutting someone out. And it's hard. You may feel like, you're meant to be, but for some reason you're stifled. And maybe this is a temporary change. Who knows? Maybe it's temporary so that you do then go out and chase a dream of yours. Maybe you are looking more for the energy of the Lovers. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Tower. Interesting. Okay. First of all, we have the Tower, but it's over the sun. And I feel like that means I can avoid it, like future towers. Like future towers don't have to be devastating in my life, not as they were. The Five of Swords comes right before that, so it tells me that there's toxic energy, right? It's been toxic energy around you, and that too has to change. Sometimes, in this Five of Swords, and we do have the Ten of Swords, but you can see this person feels like they're trapped, right? Feels like they're pinned down by these swords, but they're not, right? It's an illusion. It's an illusion within the mind, that they're pinned into this situation, and that's probably why the Two of Swords is there, right? I feel like that blindfold is you're not stuck. You can move, you can change, like another five, change. We're heading into the end of the year, right? And we're in the universal year five, so sometimes like changes that maybe would benefit us, we hadn't done yet. And we may have more pressure than ever to make these changes. But it has to start. It feels like, it has to start with the queen allowing herself to heal. And part of that healing is healing your own thoughts. Part of that healing is your voice, finding your voice, trusting your voice, trusting your intuition. A big part of it is trusting in your guides and trusting in yourself. Um, and that probably takes time, and that may be why temperance is here, right? It takes time, but now may be the time. The healings are over the healing is over the tower, but the sun is also illuminating the tower. So whatever cracks were already in that tower, you're going to be able to see, and you're going to be able to heal them. Whether I'm healing a couple or I'm healing myself. Right now, I feel like it's more about self, because this feels like I'm supposed to remind you that um, you came here for experiences. By God, allow yourself to have them. It sounded like my mother. We have judgment again. Judgment over this Ace of Wands and your decision to move forward in a certain direction. Again, a creative direction. Look at this. We replace the Ten of Swords with the Ten of Cups. Didn't think it was possible, did you? But here it is, right? And I feel like it's exactly what we're doing. It's a different lifestyle. It's a different lifestyle. It brings you different things. And I feel like that's why we saw the Queen of Cups. Because eventually we're moving to the Ten of Cups. Listen, this is a happy home. This is a loving home. There's laughter in this home. You know, there's and it can be with another, or it can be with a family, or it can be with yourself. This is just a good place to be. This is connected to the lover. So, I may be giving someone here a title beyond a title they deserve. Maybe they're a soulmate. Maybe I gave them like a twin flame title, but really what they are is a soulmate. And maybe the time has expired, right? Because they're sitting over the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. Maybe I just have that realization that the love I thought I was going to get, I didn't get. So, the period, the time out, the healing. Maybe you gave someone multiple choices, and maybe now you need to look at that, because everything wants you to see everything for what it truly is, so that you can begin on this it feels like dream-filled path that ultimately comes to the Ten of Cups. Funny, Ten of Swords goes into the Ten of Cups. The High Priestess coming over judgment. I feel like this is someone's sister. And I feel like what it's saying is there may be some younger women who have, I'm saying younger, I'm 61. Oh my God, I can't believe that. So younger to me, who may be part of your spiritual team. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Queen of Wands. She's the perfect queen to come over that Seven of Swords, because I don't think, she's the intuitive queen. So I shouldn't say I don't think. I know that if the Seven of Swords presents itself, I know she's going to see it. I know it. And I feel like she's way too confident at this point to ever accept it. Now, that could just be even challenges, right? Maybe there's been energy that has been untrustworthy in my work, that type of thing. If I can't trust someone, I feel like what else can we do but cut ties, at least temporarily. Anyway, Princess of Cups. And look at this, the wheel. Wow. Okay. I feel like it's talking about two different things here. And maybe both of these things are your things. Number one, it is your path. It is your creative path. I feel like it's like time to bring something to market, right? And that is of yourself. Um, it's time to trust within your own creative soul, your own creative energy. Um, it's interesting because like I see some of you like painting like with this wide paintbrush and it's like black Z's almost like but it becomes like a masterpiece. But I feel like your emotion is coming out in that brush and like all of the past, and it feels good. It feels healing. Hmm. Okay, so anyways, we come down here. We have this Princess of Cups, and when she shows up at the table, she's about to receive a cup of love, a cup of emotion, something that can fulfill her, and is directly connected to this wheel. So, as it relates to love, I feel like some of us may have been or still are with someone I feel like they probably have given multiple chances to. And I feel like your soul is almost like saying, this is not what you signed up for, right? It's like, okay, you learned, and you seek better. It's like you're seeking better now, right? You're seeking better. And temperance, I feel like what you're learning also is you don't have to control like I want to love her. I want to I want someone to love me. I want someone to love me fully. Yes, put your intention out there, but don't put it out because I feel like you got to just know, right? That if I am in a certain energy, well, without doubt, that energy is what's going to manifest back for me. I mean, that is your power. That is your superpower. Whatever energy you're manifesting out of is the energy that must come back to you. And lesson learned, and now lesson applied. Lesson applied. So I feel like, this lovers may be someone that potentially you have not even met yet. But I'm just going to say, I feel like what this is saying is ultimately this can go to the Ten of Cups. Okay, what am I going to look at? I think I'm going to look at that Two of Swords. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And look at this. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Immediately we go from the 10 to the 9. Listen, someone may have been codependent on another, and now you're learning to be really being independent yourself. The 9 is all about you and your creation, you creating a foundation. The 9 is about the willingness to put in the work, right? But it's also the success. Some of you could certainly be working from home. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is like, maybe there was the Ten of Pentacles, maybe. But now I feel like for whatever reason, that has changed. But I feel like it's setting you on a different course. And again, it's a course of success if you choose it. Sometimes things cannot be so great, but still at the same time just be comfortable because that's how it is, how it was, how it's always been. And the thought of change is really where the fear lies. But I just don't feel like you have any reason to fear here. We have the King of Pentacles next to the Queen. So, this could be a business owner. This could be financing. He could be financing you in some way. I feel like this king is connected to part of the healing process for you, but yet I still feel like you're in movement at this point. King of Pentacles is someone who can, like when I look at the spread, I'm looking at the big picture of it. Well, hello, Ace of Cups. I'm just kind of going. The Moon. Card of Pisces, the Cancer ruler. We're talking a lot today about the Moon. And then the Hierophant, card of Taurus. This is about your faith, your belief system. Interesting how the ace now, I mean, I just moved it there, but I didn't realize I was doing that. But it is interesting how the ace is like smack dab in the middle of all of this reading. I just feel like what your reading is saying is when you're true to you, your dreams really do come true. Be true to you, and your dreams will come true. Now, listen, we don't want, we want to be flexible in that also, right? I'm thinking mutable sign. The Hierophant's asking you also to have faith and to trust in divine will and divine way. And that does come with the responsibility of not allowing ourselves to keep pinned down. If we can make a change, if we can release the toxins around us, that's what's going to allow us to, again, I feel the importance of this Eight of Wands with the wheel. What I think about it, I bring about it. It's more the energy, but it's matching, right? It's the 4 and the 4. And we just so happen to have the Lovers over there. That's connected to the Ten of Cups. So I feel like what it's saying is don't restrict yourself. Just don't restrict yourself. This is the time for movement. This is the time for success. I knew that coming into your reading. I could feel that. It was time for success for you. But listen, it may start at the 2. It may start at you realizing, this is a great time to collaborate also. And this is a great moon to collaborate under. So think about that also. That may be a little clue for some of you. Some of you, it's like you're bringing your faith to the table. You're bringing your faith to the people. And, I mean, come on. That's going to match you. It's going to come back to you. So, I don't know. I just think it's a journey of self, and I feel like there is just absolutely nothing limited to you. The only thing that's being limited is your thought that you are stuck in it. You got to understand you're never stuck. Yes, that means that energy may be uncomfortable for a moment, but it's temporary. It's temporary, and Temperance says trust in divine timing, right? But when you're in a 5 and you don't give the change that's asked for, well, it's definitely going to slow the process, right? Because I'm going to kind of stay in that energy of the 5 of Swords. Matter of fact, I magnify it because here's the 10 of Swords. So, Temperance is like, well, I got to wait till you're done with that cycle, right? That cycle's meant to end, but it has to, again, the healing is coming over you, but it's also coming over these towers, and the sun is illuminating the cracks. And the King of Pentacles is seeing the big picture of it all. And then we end the reading with what we see coming in, the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Lovers. And then here we are, about to receive it. All connected to the very beginning, the will, your faith, your creativity. Judgment under there. When? Now. Present moment. Live from the present moment. All right, guys. I think I'm going to leave it there. Temperance, by the way, card of Sagittarius. I feel like I had to say that. But let's read your cards. Joy. Now it seems very fitting, right? Almost like, are you suppressing your joy? Mother Mary guides you to enjoy this moment and the next, regardless of what you're experiencing. As you cultivate the ability to find joy in the present, you pull to you more reasons to be joyful. In every situation, you have opportunities to find blessings. Your happiness inspires others to transform their own sorrow into bliss. You can resolve your current question and situation by choosing the path of joy. What would bring more of it into your heart and soul? Wow, I mean, how fitting. Okay, Mercy. This card asks you to notice the way in which you relate to people, including yourself. If you are kind and thoughtful towards others, you will have higher self-esteem. While you can't control how another person treats you, mercy and compassion are usually returned in kind. This message is excuse me. This card is a message to avoid gossip or criticism of yourself or others, and to consciously speak in loving and empowering ways. The higher energy generated by positive words will insulate you from negativity. This is the true meaning of judge not, lest ye be judged. Wow. Okay, and last but not least is faith. And we have the Hierophant here, so, I feel like this is a big part of it. The question that you're asking involves a situation that is testing your faith. Nonetheless, this card indicates that more faith is needed. Everything will resolve itself in a divinely ordered way over time, even if presently no solutions are in sight. Prayers are often answered in unexpected ways, as will be the case for this situation. Leave it in the hand of God, who in his infinite wisdom already knows how to resolve everything. God, Mother Mary, and the angels can see your future, and it is bright. Have faith, dear one, so that you can enjoy each precious moment on your pathway to your beautiful tomorrow. Thank you and amen. That was beautiful. And I feel like those three cards talked about everything in this reading. So I feel like I'm just going to leave it there, guys. Beautiful. I feel like, I don't know. It's like I never want to ask you to do something, but I feel like there's going to be a couple of you that where you're going to see, like, I feel like you're going to see yourself, but I also feel like you may see a friend. If you do, I hope you share it with them. That may be, the purpose right there. And I feel like it's just a couple of you, but all of a sudden I felt that. So anyways, guys, I love you. May all of this come to you in Divine's way. And I believe it will. I believe it will. And I believe that, know your moons, because I feel like the effect, here's the moon, by the way. Here's the illuminate, the Hierophant's looking right at it. But here's the Ace of Cups on the other side of it. So I feel like it'll give you a clue, as will like your life path and your personal year number will give you clues. It's like traveling by the night sky, so to speak. So, and I feel like you're meant to find those clues. You know, some people are like, nah, don't mean anything. Well, I feel the opposite. I feel like these are clues that we're meant to find and they're meant to help us, right? Help us, after all, our guides want us to evolve, want us to expand, right? Want us to be wide open for experiences. It's us, our human nature, our human part, that puts a restriction upon it. So, anyway, I'm still talking. I love you guys. I will see you next time at my table. Bye bye.